YouTube, and welcome to another video where I am yapping about subjects, about thoughts that been eating up my brain. And one of these questions that been eating up my brain, which is, as you can see from the title, why do we feel the need to film everything our lives? So I've been thinking, and I found some answers. Like the first answers that I could think of were maybe because we have the urge to always have a proof of something we do, something we have done. Or maybe because deep inside our brains we know how fragile is time. That's why we need to memorize everything we do. Or maybe just to say to the future self, hey, I was here, I was there, I've done that, I've done this. Like, while I was questioning myself why we feel the need, I've also found out that I have another question that I personally experienced, and I think many people of our generation feel the same, is why do we cringe? Do we feel embarrassed when we look back at those clips and those pictures? And same, I've been thinking, I was like, maybe because we are afraid of judgments, maybe because we feel like we are naked in front of a mirror because we are vulnerable, and in our time vulnerability feels like a threat, and maybe we just feel like we are in danger when we are transparent with people, or even with ourselves. Even if we don't post those clips, those pictures, just looking back at them, we feel that we were, maybe you start telling yourself, maybe I was too much, or who I think I am, and something like this. And these questions I find are very, very interesting to find answers to, because by finding the answers we can make peace with ourselves, and we can just get back to the normality of taking pictures and documenting, because this thing isn't normal. We always have that feeling, and that feeling came through history. This is not something new or something that came with cameras. I will get back to this point later, but I will continue my personal perspective, my personal experience with this phenomenon. I'm gonna call it phenomenon, I don't know why, and why I started questioning myself these questions. I think I'm not the only one, but when we were kids, for myself, when I was a kid, I used to take my mom's flip phone, which had like a low quality camera, and I used to take pictures of the shoes beside the door, or taking videos of my silly brother, or just taking videos of my mom cooking in the kitchen, like simple memories that I used to enjoy capturing. And I did not use to capture this moment to share them, or to show, oh, look how cool I am, or something like this. I just felt fun capturing these moments, and when I feel bored, like, I don't know, somewhere with mom where there's no kids to play with or no toys. I just take her phone and go through all the pictures and the videos that I took and I start laughing. It was like a sort of enjoyment that I really used to enjoy. And same for my brother, he used to do the same thing. But growing up, growing old, like life was like pink, yellow, all colorful. And the more you get closer to the adulthood, the more life starts getting some gray shades. And that happened to me when I became a teenager. When I became a teenager, same, I used to love to take pictures and share them on Instagram or with Snapchat, like testing all those filters and filming myself doing some weird expressions and just sharing them. But I don't know, the more I get older, the more I feel like, oh, that was so silly, and I judge my own self. What did I let to other people to do if I used to judge my old self? And automatically I stopped capturing memories. At first I stopped capturing my expressions, face expressions, and so bit by bit I started losing interest of filming myself and then filming the my memories when I'm traveling or something like that. By this, just ignoring this, I just started forgetting to do so. So as I said, right now when I am with a place that I've never been to and maybe I will never get back to, with friends or just in a place, in a restaurant in my town, enjoying time with my friends, I just forget to capture this moment for myself, not to share it in on any platform, just for myself, to capture this moment for my future self. I just forget. And or maybe it's still there, it's still inside, but I'm just ignoring it because I still feel hesitated, because I know that when I will look back later, because I think when I will look back later to these memories, I will feel cringe or embarrassed or too naked or too much. And this is something that I'm trying to fight so I can get back to this little girl that used to enjoy capturing memories, capturing moments as a kid. But let's get back to the feeling of us wanting to capture every moment. And let's forget about me. I know that every one of us has this feeling to capture these moments. And I think this is something that we have in our DNA, our genes. It is a human instinct, and it's not something new. If we look back at the cavemans, like really old times, the cavemen used to draw their daily life in the walls of the caves. They used to draw all the hunts they used to do, all the gods they used to worship, all their little life thing that they used to have, that thanks to this brilliant idea of drawing these things on the wall, we know about their lives. And same thing, once we started like in the cavemans, once we started also writing on the what it's called, the stones, I think, not the stones, les plaquettes, not the plaquettes, the tablets, stones tablets, let's call it stones tablets. we used to draw or write about our daily life, to memorize this, as I said, because we've always been afraid of time, of how fragile is time, and also to prove what we have done, to be remembered, to be seen as well. So this is not something new, and through history, from the cavemen to the Egyptians to the Greeks to the medieval age, we used to draw all the weird things we used to do at this time, to the La Renaissance, when we used to draw ourselves. We used to do auto portraits sometimes, until the invention of cameras, and we kept capturing our memories, our life, and we started creating art with these cameras and also with painting, until our modern time, when we started having social media. And the point of social media started just sharing by writing our thoughts, our ideas, etc. But then they got this brilliant idea of starting posting pictures as well, and later videos. Then we had the idea to start to put videos and images also in these social media platforms online, to share our intimate moments, more intimate than writing. So as I said, the social media creators, genius that created the social media platforms, had the idea of putting videos and images as well. And through the years, the feeling of documenting our life, like, it went from documenting to remember to documenting to be remembered, because here we started sharing these intimate moments. We started having the need to share so people can remember us, not only us remember these memories. And also we started kind of performing a thing that is not always true. We started creating fake memories just to post them online. And it's became like it's became messy. So as I was saying, capturing, if I can say, creating memories, like, went from wanting to remember these memories to wanting us to be remembered. And when we started sharing these memories online, we started seeking perfection in these memories. And this is something crazy. And I think this is what makes most of us, feel embarrassed, because by doing simple things in life and truthful things in your life, capturing it and thinking of, oh, maybe I want to post it, then you will yourself, what if people think that these memories are not mine and are not real? And you start forgetting the idea of capturing, documenting yourself and posting it later, and even just to capture it for yourself. You start thinking automatically that no. And if we return to the lately, like, when I think of all the small moments that I have, for example, in the park with my dog, playing some cute music, visiting a museum, like enjoying a music that I listen to in the club or something like this, or with friends. I don't film it, and later on I think of these moments and I regret not filming this just for myself. What moments? So as I said, as I was saying, that when I right now, the idea I have, when I like feel that the moments that I'm living in, the simple moments, not the big events in life, I tell myself this is real, and this is something that I want to remember for my whole life. And I'm alive, and this is not a fake thing. I'm not performing. This is my own life, and this is a real thing, and I'm gonna film it for myself. And I encourage you to do the same and stop judging your own self. Okay? If you see others online that feel that they are not real, or they are kind of performing their shared online life, you are not them. You are you, and you are real. So continue filming, capturing your memories, either to keep them in a cloud in your phone, or to share them with your closest friends or on your YouTube channel, whatsoever. It's your memories, they are your own, and you are free to do with them whatever you want. This is I'm trying to vomit all my ideas. Sorry for the word, but this is how I feel. I feel like it was here and I'm getting it out, and I feel relaxed. A final world that I would love to share with you is that don't feel ashamed of filming yourself in public. Go for it. It is something that you have in your instincts, in your DNA, because our ancestors, cavemen, Egyptians, Greeks, Maya people, everyone used to capture their memories, their daily life, to remember them, and then we learn about them. So think of this. If you want to remember your own memories, or just to share them with your kids in the future or with your nephews in the future, this is the moment. So this is a human thing. Don't judge yourself of having the feeling of that you want to film yourself. Do it. This is a human thing, and go for it. And bye. See you in the next video. Bye.